All right, I would like to call the May 13th, 2025 Beautification Commission regular meeting to order. If you are able, please rise and join me in Pledge of Allegiance. May we have a roll call, please?
Chair Dossett,
Present.
Vice Chair Warner, Heel,
Present.
Wilson, Airsley,
Present.
Hoffert,
Present.
Springer.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Is there a motion to appoint or reappoint a chair?
I make a motion to appoint and reappoint a chair.
I second.
We call for a vote or
I elect chair, or I elect Dossett as chair.
second.
I request a unanimous vote.
Consent.
Consent.
Second.
Any objections? Okay, is there a motion to appoint or reappoint a vice chair?
I elect Vice Sonia for vice chair.
I'd second that.
Okay, do we want to go ahead and request unanimous consent?
I elect unanimous dissent or consent.
Are we on track? Doing okay? Yeah, okay. No? We are ready for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second.
Any revisions to the agenda? Any objections to approving the agenda as presented? Hearing none, the agenda is approved. We have no scheduled public comments. Are there any members from the public who would like to speak on any item not appearing on the agenda? Do we have any remote attendees waiting to speak? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move on. May I please have a motion to approve the November 19, 2024, February 11, and April 18, 2025 minutes?
Submit a motion to approve the minutes from November 19th, 2024, February 11th, 2025, April 8th, 2025.
I second.
Any revisions to the minutes? Any objections to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. We have no unfinished business. May I have a motion to approve the Beautification Commission's annual report of 2024 work plan goals?
I make a motion to approve the annual reports.
Second.
Okay, we'd like a staff report at this time.
Am I just going to review this for you guys? Okay. The temporary summer positions for park staff have predominantly been filled for the summer maintenance positions. The year-round permanent staff have been working on parks maintenance to include inspecting playgrounds, preparing the different fields for the upcoming season. We had our annual Easter egg hunt in April, hit approximately 3,000 eggs, which were all picked up in about a minute. There were probably close to 300 plus participants. We had the master plan introduction input meeting at the Chamber Building on April 29th. For those that were unable to attend, there is still a live survey online to provide input for the master plan, which will remain open through the 21st. More information on that can be found on the Parks and Rec website. Upcoming events include the Kite Festival on the 31st, as well as the planting days on the 31st. This just happened to take place on both days because that's when the professional kiters were available and the plants were ready. So we're gonna have a very busy Saturday, May 31st. And then the rec center totals are there at the bottom. We also had our pickup day, and that was on May 3rd. So that flyer was included in the report. We had 27 participants for that 2.5-hour event. And we are averaging about 55 volunteer hours cleaning up public streets. So that's about it.
Great. I think we're ready for commission discussion on our annual report. So we'll open it up for discussion. And I just wanted to note that Director Best and I got together and worked on this, kind of going over what our goals were and what our new goals will be moving forward into 2025. First is the Parks and Garden Tour, which is an annual tour that we do together, and we generally schedule that for sometime in August. That way we can go through and take a look at all the flowers that we planted and see how they turned out, and then provide updates to, what flowers worked, what didn't, designs and such, whatever details we'd like to provide back to the staff. Any questions on that one? Number 2, winter tour. I think this was a big success. This was something new that we tried last year. I thought it was going to be lame. It wasn't. No, I'm joking. It was great. I wasn't sure what this winter tour was going to be like, but it was great. We borrowed, we had a van, so we cruised around nice and warm and got to see all the static displays in the city, and we'd like to keep that going and do that again in around Christmas time. So that was a great tour. Goal number 3, goal or objective, is the Leif Hansen Memorial Fountain. So this is ongoing, but a little bit complete. They did, there were funds available for the design, but there wasn't any businesses that actually submitted a quote after they tried to solicit multiple places. So this led to kind of a discussion moving from a design plan to a unique project plan, rather than a new design. Input is on different landscapers about possibly just improving what's there, the aesthetics of what's already there. So that's kind of the direction we're moving into, and it just enhanced the appearance of it, and potentially use those ideas along with our concrete, big circle planters that are around the city on the corner of streets and stuff. If that works for the fountain, then maybe we can implement that in other areas as well, some kind of an acid wash or tinting of concrete or things like that. Something that might just make it spruced up a bit. Any questions on that? Okay. The city goal or objective number 4 is the citywide murals. This is something that we brought up last year, and we'd like to continue this discussion, kind of work towards potentially working with some artists to have some murals installed, or painted within the city of Kenai to kind of bring some things up, I think, yeah. Commissioner Hill, I think you were excited about that as well. One new goal that we were going to bring forward this year was number 5 is banners and static displays. This is something that we discussed at some work sessions over the winter about potentially upgrading our banners, upgrading some of our static displays if the funds were made available. So just enhancing the beautification of the city through our displays in the winter and our banners that are out there winter and summer. So any questions on that one? Okay. Let's see. I think I kind of skipped over this, but we kind of did it at the same time. But those are our new goals, and the goals that we did for last year. Let's just go over those two, because we completed our Parks and Garden tour in August. We completed our winter tour. We talked about the fountain repair. The only one I didn't go over was the Green Strip Pavilion. We did mark that number 4 from last year as completed because we chose our colors. That was fun. We had staff paint, the staff completed painting and removing some of the overgrown brush and things and painted the pavilion. And it looks much nicer. So happy, complete with that goal for now. I think the only thing would be we're kind of replacing that goal with the mural idea, which could apply to the pavilion as well as other places in the city. So questions or discussion? Does anybody else have any other goals that you wanted to bring to the table for next year that we haven't talked about or brought up?
Did you want us to start collecting for the static displays, like some images, some quotes?
I think that Parks and Rec will reach out to us when they're ready for that. So I think by having it on our work goals, though, that keeps the conversation going. So it's something that we can keep asking Director Best, like, hey, where are we at with this? Like, what's happening? Are you guys doing anything? And then they can provide feedback on what they need from us.
And I had a question about that as well. And maybe you know, Jenna, is there, like, budget-wise, is there money to do, like, get static displays? Is that something that's, like, incorporated in the budget every year? Is it, like, something you need to maybe find a grant or other outside funding to do? Or, like, how does that shake out?
It would be built in like a line item in that category for the budget, so I couldn't speak to what it says right now for this fiscal year.
I don't think as of right now there's any budget funding that has been allocated, but we can work with Parks and Rec to talk about that. Okay, so I'd like to call for a vote or unanimous consent on approving the annual report of our 2024 work goals that we completed.
A motion? All right. I'll request unanimous consent to approve the report from 2024 work goals.
Any objections?
I second.
No objections? Sam, okay, and then motion to recommend council approve the beautification work plan goals for 2025.
Motion to recommend to council to approve the work plan goals for 2025.
I second.
Okay. Does Tyler have a staff report on next year's goals? That's okay, and I'll call for commission discussion, although we already kind of talked about it already. Any other discussion on the 2025 goals? No. All right, we can call for a vote or have unanimous consent requested.
I request unanimous consent.
Any objections? Okay, seeing none. Director Best, does he have any additional things to report? No.
Same things that I just spoke about before.
Can we have a short recess?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, recess, please, for just a few minutes. Thank you. All right, we are going to go back on the record. And my report is that we did not have a meeting last time. I'm thankful that we're all here today and we're able to get together. I don't really have anything to report per se on beautification business at this time. So I'm going to move to Councilmember Daniel. Do you have a report on City Council?
I'll make it a brief one. First of all, it's nice to be back with you all. It's been a while. So Councilmember Askins asked me to step in, so that's kind of neat. Really, the big thing going on in council's world is budget. So if there are things you're looking for, please work with staff to try to get those included. We're wrapping that up so we can have a budget prepared for the upcoming fiscal year on July 1. So that's really the biggest news. Other than that, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Daniel. Any members of the public who'd like to address the committee at this time? Do we have any members on Zoom wishing to speak? No? Okay. The next meeting scheduled is September 9, 2025. Is anyone scheduled to be absent or need to attend remotely at that time? Okay. I also want to bring up that we have planting days on the 31st. So if you can, show up on that day, that'd be great. Bring the babies, everyone. It'll be lots of fun. And then we need to schedule a day for the August tour. So that's usually something we do at this meeting. I would like to propose either the 4th or the 5th or the 19th. And this is a work session meeting where we will get together and take our own vehicles and go through the tour. August 4 or August 18?
You can be gone.
Currently, I have no
Both
idea.
those work for me right now.
Thank you, Sam.
We have another recess. I'm sorry. Yep.
Please, we're going to have a recess real quick.
I would love this baby. Oh my gosh. Hello, baby. This baby.
Yeah. And it would be a work session. I think normally we would be on the 12th, but I will not be here on the 12th. So that's why wait, August 5th or 19th. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a Tuesday, right? Yes. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Sam, 15 or 19, which is a Tuesday. I'm sorry, we're off the record, but we're on recess. What did I say?
Did you say the 15th?
5th or the 19th.
Yeah, either of those days are still fine.
Okay, we're back on the record, and we are just discussing to have the garden tour work session on either August 5th or August 19th. That is a Tuesday. Anyone have a preference?
The 5th works for me.
Okay. So let's go for the 5th at this time. Does that work for everybody? Great. And I will pass that information on to Director Best as well.
That is called the
Garden tour work session, yeah. So now we're going to have some just commissioner comments and such. Commissioner Earsley, you want to start us off?
I am happy that it's finally spring and fishing season has started for Ozzy and I.
I just want to say good job to the Parks Department. The Easter egg hunt was lots of fun. I was amazed by how many eggs there were and also how many kids there were. Clem herself got 4. Yeah, it was wild. I didn't expect that many people there. But I'm really looking forward to the Kite Festival. Haven't been yet, and we're going to be going this year. Yeah, good job, Beautification Committee. Let's keep it up.
In regards to planting flowers on May 31st, so Park and Recs are getting together the next week. When are you guys getting together to do that?
Parks and Rec is getting together next week.
I thought I saw something on Facebook that said you guys were going to start planting them next week.
So the planting days will take place, I'm looking at August still, 1 second. May. The day that we will have with the fire department where everybody can meet for the event will be the 31st. The 3 days before, so maybe even 4, it might say, 27, 28, 29, 30. The Parks Department is available between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to meet with groups at their chosen flower bed and plant with them. So it's kind of by reservation to be able to allow other groups that can't make it on Saturday or, just have more of a focus.
So the days leading up to the 31st, if you'd like to set up a time where you would like to plant a specific section or something like that, or you have a group of people that you'd like to get together and plant on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, instead of Saturday, you can contact Parks and Rec and set something up in advance. Otherwise, we're going to be open, thank you. Otherwise, it will be, so you can reserve a time to plant a community flower bed with the staff before that, anytime between May 27 and 30, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So call Parks and Rec to set something up. Otherwise, on Saturday, May 31st, starting at 10 a.m., we'll meet here at City Hall and then get directions on where to go to plant different beds around the city. No experience is required. Bring your own gloves. We may have some, but it might be limited, so it's best to just bring your own gloves. And then after that, at 11:30 to 12:30, the Kenai Fire Station will have a lunch for all of us. So it's really a lot of fun. I always bring my offspring, as many as I can round up, and any neighbor children that happen to be at our house also have to go. And yeah, it's a great time. And then, it's at the lunch at the fire station is kind of fun because the kids get to check out the fire engines too, which is super bonus. Yeah, really looking forward to that. And actually, we had planting days on the same day as Kite Day a few years ago, I think, and it actually was great. So Kite is going to be a lot of fun. They take the kites pretty seriously, so be forewarned, don't step over your zone into a serious kiting zone, because, spoken from experience, I'm not very happy about that. Did you have anything else to add to your report? I mean to hijack it. Yeah, you can take a picture of it. So, great. Well, I am also excited that it seems to be summer, spring. I have had my dahlia bulbs in the house since February, and I can't even see out the windows. They're so huge and big, so I'm ready to get them out of the house and be able to see outside again. So looking forward to seeing all the new flowers. I got to tour the greenhouse with Tyler a few weeks ago, and the flowers are just getting ready to bloom. It was very exciting. And yeah, I think stargazer ones, oh, so excited. So thank you to the whole staff at Parks and Rec for how hard they have worked on cultivating those. Looking forward to planting them. And then we'll take a little break through the summer and see everybody in August for the work session and September for our meeting. Awesome. Any other comments or questions? Sam, you want to say a little blip?
I'm just ready to get my summer staff hired and stop losing my mind. And then, yeah, ready for summer. It felt like summer today, even though I dressed up in warm clothes because yesterday was freezing. So that was a mistake. But yay.
Okay, well, seeing no further business before this body, we are adjourned. Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you. See you later.